Our next area of development that we're going to talk about is social and emotional. And this is one of the most important areas of development, in my opinion. In fact, I remember one time somebody asking me, what's the most important area of development? And as I was driving home that night from work, I started thinking about it, and I thought, you know, probably cognitive and reasoning skills are very, very important. And then I thought about all the very, very intelligent people that have created a lot of harm in our world. And then I thought about, you know, well, is social and emotional? And you know, we do know that in the workforce that people want to make sure that they can get along. We usually can teach skills, but if we can't get along with other people, it makes it very difficult. And so this is one area of development that PBS has quite a few shows. Clifford the Big Red Dog with the 10 Big Ideas, Sesame Street, Arthur, and most of the shows will actually spend some time. Even Curious George, that is about science and math, still will talk about those social and emotional skills because it is so important. And so when you have a child that needs some encouragement, it's good to watch some of those shows to point out, well, that's how he feels, or maybe that's normal. Now, in this episode, we're talking about Super Why. And each character in Super Why has a different personality, and one of the characters is a little afraid to try new things. And so watch as the other characters help him get over some of his own emotional insecurities and how they help him.
This slide looks so high. Maybe I won't look down. I can't do it. I really want to come down the slide, but I'm too high. I'm afraid. Oh no. What am I going to do?
This sounds like a super big problem. And a super big problem needs us, the Super Readers.
So my question is, what can I do so I'm not afraid to go down the slide?
And the answer is... cheer!
Maybe if my friends and I cheer for me, that will help me not feel afraid.
We need to cheer for Pig. Say, you can do it, Pig. You can do it.
You can do it, Pig. You can do it. You can do it, Pig. You can do it.
You can do it, Pig. You can do it.
You can do it, Pig. You can do it. Whee!
You did it, Pig. You did it.
Let's do it again.
Hip, hip, hooray! The Super Readers saved the day.
Wow. That's what we all need, and that's what I would encourage you to do with your children as an activity today, is cheer them on in a new activity they're trying. Sometimes we get really discouraged. I know at my house, sometimes my children go to bed and I think, what have I done to encourage them instead of discourage them to do today? You know, the one thing that I love is there's so many incredible books about social and emotional development right now. And some of my favorite is by an author named Kevin Hinkes. And his books, my husband and I kid that they're children's book written for adults because they're little handbooks to help us along the way. Unfortunately, this book is way too long for me to read right now, but get it from your library. It's about a little girl named Chrysanthemum, and because her name is different, she's teased at school, and it only takes one person to make her see her self-worth. And so I would encourage you to read it. Any of the Kevin Hinkes books are such great books for you to use in your home for social and emotional development. They have a lot of different personalities in each of the books. Another book that I'm going to read is by David Shannon. I'll just put that down. And it's called No David. Maybe this is how I feel about my children sometime. I'm sure that most of you are familiar with this No David book. I guess that David actually wrote this as an autobiography about himself. David's mom always said, "No, David. No, David. No, David, no. No, no, no. Come back here, David. David, be quiet. Don't play with your food. Now talk about an imagination. That's enough, David. Go to your room. Settle down. Stop that this instant. Please put your toys away. That's where we're talking about myelinization. Not in the house. I said no, David. Davy, come here. Yes, David, I love you. The one thing that I want to encourage you to do is, as you watch shows, not just to watch them, to incorporate that I love you in your home. It has been said that it takes 12 positive comments to balance out a negative comment. And so if we're always saying, pick up your room, so we have to do a lot of work to make sure that our children know that we care about them.